Welcome to the German Gills show as Gillingham welcome Leyton Orient to Priestfield this evening. Could the Gills see yet again another promotion sealed on their own patch like Rotherham United last season? Or can we delay the O celebrations for another day? I'm going to be your host, Reese, to take you through every step of today's game on this German Gills Light show. If you'd like to follow our socials, we're on Twitter at Deutsche Gills, and of course we're on Instagram, which is German Gills. If you would like to reach out to German Gills, you could do so with the WhatsApp link in the description. And if you'd like to support the channel, you could do so through Buy Me a Coffee. The link to that is also in the description. And thank you very much for considering supporting the channel. Adam Wesgate is heading over to Priestfield this evening for our last Tuesday night fixture under the floodlights. Well, maybe we don't even need them. It's this late in the season. But that's it. His thoughts for our game this evening.
Thanks, Reese. And it certainly is a deceptively chilly night tonight. So we're going to be wrapping up warm, and hopefully what's served on the pitch will keep us very entertained, with Leyton Orient having the possibility of going up tonight. Now, obviously last year, not so fun with Rotherham getting promoted or we get relegated, but there's not a chance that'll be repeated tonight. If we win, we're winning against one of the top sides in the league. Should we draw or lose and they go up, at least it'll be a spectacle. That's what I'm taking out of it. So there's an increased police presence. As for the actual nuts and bolts of the game, we haven't got Hawkins again, but at least he's on the bench tonight. We actually play some really nice stuff on the deck. Don't know if we're going to do that against Orient specifically. Again, one of the better teams in the league. But let's have a look, because we did get a good result. I know that we dropped a goal right at the end. It was a quality header from 15 yards out. I mean, you put power on it and you put it in that place in the goal. Not a lot you can do. So 1-1 was good, but tonight I'm going to go 1-1 again. Anyway, if we get that, that'll be a not too shabby result. So Wesgate's Gills.
Let's also find out how Luke would line up against a strong Leyton Orient side this evening.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Luke's 11. Tonight sees us draw a close to Tuesday night football this season. I'm sure we've erased the 2022 season, part of the season should I say, from our memory, and shall focus on the positives of the turn of 2023, getting our club back and our incredible form, especially at home this year. Leyton Orient are our guests tonight, knowing that a point will see them in League One next season. And in contrast, and if I've conducted my research correctly, a point also sees us pretty much safe from the depths of National League football, depending on the Hartlepool results. It was great to see us actually playing the ball on the floor Saturday and show we had found another dimension of playing football when Ollie Hawkins isn't in the side. George Lapsley showed what he is capable of, especially with a chest infection and when he is played in the correct position. Oliver Hawkins has been tremendous for us since his move. However, I'd like to see us continue with the same lineup on Saturday and replicate the performance also. That being said, I think I should go with Glenn Morris in between the sticks, Che Alexander at right back, with Max Amer and Connor Masterson to pair in the middle, left back Robbie McKenzie, a midfield five of Sean Williams, Tim Diang, Dom Jeffries, Alex McDonald and George Lapsley to slot in behind Tom Nichols. I honestly think we can sink this one, especially after the performance Saturday, one of the best performances of the season. I'm sure you'll all agree with that. I think if we can go with the same intensity, defend the way we did, although Stockport did have a lot of the ball on Saturday, we defended brilliantly. And yeah, I'm going to be bold and go for a 2-1 win. Wesgate's Gills.
Now let's head over to the German Gills Fan Zone to see what the Gills fans are saying about this game this evening.
Good morning. I think the result tonight is going to be a very tight game. I think it's going to be, hopefully, a 2-1 win to Gills. And they're going to be Nichols and Alex McDonald to score. Up the Gills. Wesgate's Gills.
Let's head over to Priestfield Stadium for today's live match reaction. Wesgate's Gills. So we're about to get underway at Priestfield Stadium. It's a big game, really. You've got Leyton Orient. If they win or get a draw tonight, they could go back to League One for the first time since 2015, and Gills could also get their safety this evening as well. But it could be a situation where all teams come out celebrating their league success, as it were. But a quick shout out to Jackson, who's going for today a 1-0 to the Gills. His dad's going for a 0-0, and we've got Craig as well, who's going for a 1-all. So all positive kind of outlooks and predictions for this. I'm going for a 1-all today as well. So we'll see how this one unfolds the last time under the lights at Priestfields this season. Smith's coming down the right-hand side for Orient. He's delayed the run forward and given it to James instead, who's looking at him on the box, but Orient are playing very patient play on the ground at the moment as they're trying to work away for the Gillingham defence as El Mazzuni gives it out to the left-hand side. I think that's Turn's going to have a shot on goal and try and get through. Instead, Orient trying to find a way for the centre. It's gone to James instead, who's going to probably go out to the right-hand side and look for a way into the box, and Smith's going to try and take on Mackenzie. He does. It goes across the box and it's cleared away, but another shot away by Gillingham, and it's a good save by Morris in the end. I think that was Moncur who took the shot. I might be if there be corrections on there, but it's a first real attack of the game, and it's gone to Leyton Orient. Really, really good build-up play actually from Orient. Really patient, and this is what we're going to expect from them for most of this game. But that is the first shot on target for the whole game. So Gills coming forward here. Lapsey, can he pick it up and get a shot? He's been taken down now. The referee's given a free kick, and I wonder what the referee's going to do here. Is it going to be a yellow or a red card? There's going to be some card at least. I can't see who actually brought Lapsley down. It looked like he was the last man through, but we need to see if all the criteria has been met for this to be a last man challenge. We'll have to wait and find out what the referee's going to do. We'll come back once he's made his decision. The referee has given the red card in the end, I think, to Beckles. And Orient are down to 10 men just after 13 minutes, giving Gills a real advantage in this game to try and take something from it. It looked like it was a last man challenge. It obviously ticks all the criteria for it to be for the referee. Let's have a look at it in the replay, because it's a big moment in this game for Leyton Orient, and it went over the top. It was a header, and Beckles just left his man there and then kicks Lapsley in the arm. And let's be honest, it's a funny one because Lapsley, I don't know if he's going to make it towards the ball. The keeper's coming out vigorously to collect it. It's a contentious one. I wonder, maybe 50-60% of referees give that. But luckily for Gills, it's gone in the favour of a red card for Leyton Orient, and they're down to 10 men very early on into this game. So Gills had the resulting free kick from the attack on Lapsley that saw Beck was get sent off. And so Williams and McDonald hand over. Williams is going to take this. Oh, McDonald's going to shot. It's gone in! And Gills have scored from the resulting free kick. And it's McDonald who's put it in the back of the net. And Gills have gone 1-0 up after 15 minutes. Wow. So believe this. Orient have gone down to 10 men, and from the resulting free kick, Gillingham have put it in the bottom right-hand corner through McDonald in the back of the net, and potentially spoiling the party for Leyton Orient. Let's be honest, they're going to get promoted anyway and probably win the league, but maybe not this evening. It might be good for them to try and regroup with these 10 men to try and get something back in for it. But in the meantime, Gillingham have taken the lead early on in this game, but a lot of teams do train 10 against 11. This game is by all means not over yet. Absolutely not. But let's see how this unfolds. But Gillingham do have an advantage. 1-0 Gills. So El Mazzuni's picked up on the centre of the park as they're coming forward. Leyton Orient keeping the ball on the floor as Moncur is trying to find a way through. And Moncur seems to be quite instrumental in controlling that centre midfield. As you're trying to build an attack, and it's going to go to Smith on this left-hand side, and Amer's going to run this one out for a goal kick. I just want to say we're about 34 minutes in, and since the goal, really, it's not been too much has happened. Jeffries did have a shot that ballooned over the bar, but Gills have contained Orient quite well. But for the last sort of maybe 10 minutes or so, Orient have found a way back into the game. They're trying to take control. They're trying to keep possession, which is their way of trying to gain a little bit of momentum themselves in the game, which is what they're good at, which is why they're top of this league and probably going to win it, because they can take control of games and play how they want to play. But currently, it's still 1-0 Gills, and hopefully we can get through to half-time with this scoreline. It's a free kick for Leyton Orient. It's James standing over the ball. Can Leyton Orient return the goal type as they take a shot from distance? They go just over the bar. I don't know if Glenn clipped that or it was saved. The referee has in fact given a goal kick. They're arguing Pratley there, saying Glenn Morris got a touch tip over the bar. We'll look at the replay. Might be quite hard to see in the replay, but the referee has nonetheless given a goal kick. There's a great free kick from James as well. Hit it with some power, had a bit of dip on it, hit the wall actually. It's a corner. It's a poor decision for the referee that hit the wall, it looks like, and even the wall walked back, preparing for the corner. Anyway, it's the first shot in a while, actually, in this game, and the first real attack Leyton Orient have built since, the 8th minute. So, yeah, Gills are holding on well, hopefully, the half-time. And that is half-time. Gills are 1 to the good. Orient are 1 man down. And let's go over Adam Wesgate to have a chat about this half. So at half-time, it's Gillingham 1, Leyton Orient 0. And on the line, we've got Adam Wesgate.
Good evening.
So we're 1-0 up. What do you make of this game so far?
Well, I mean, I just can't get to grips with it. We were completely outplayed for the first 15 minutes by, they're a mid-table League One team already, the best team I've seen so far, and they were good at their place as well, but they just lost their heads. I mean, I don't even know if Leipzig was going to get through in the end, but you had that, you had the Che Alexander challenge, the manager's been going berserk, and I said to you, didn't I, Reese, about how he makes Evans look tame from some of the stuff that I've heard.
Yeah, no, he's got quite animated on the line, and yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe he's making Evans look a little bit of an amateur in his approach.
Oh, God, it's unbelievable. And yeah, we deserve to be 1-0 ahead, obviously, now, but all they had to do was keep their heads, and even with 10 men, if they kept their heads, it probably was then an even game. But no, we've been better since, and I think we do deserve our lead, but this should never have been in doubt. I think if they'd have kept 11 men, they'd have won 2 or 3-0 tonight. Just one thing before we move on, I want you to talk about the free kick that McDonald has took. What was your view of it, and what did it look like? It just looked like a lovely free kick. I mean, they didn't really know what it hit them. And I think to some extent, especially when you look at the reaction afterwards, I just don't think they got to grips with the red card for 15 minutes. And I think that played out in the free kick. Not with the goalkeeper, just maybe with the wall, the way they set up. It just looked like we caught them off guard. And it wasn't anything like the Trent Alexander, corner against Barcelona. It wasn't like we caught them with their pants down. It was just, I don't know, they just lost their heads, and it's unbelievable for a team this good.
So do you think it will be the same as the first half, the second half, or do you imagine there to be a change of play?
I think it'll be roughly the same, but I think Orient will be a bit better. They do have to worry about tiring out. They do have to worry about being hit on the counter by us now, but it's still tricky because they still are quality. I don't think they'll lose their heads as much as this. But here's hoping I'm completely wrong and they just come out and a couple of two-footed lunges and we'll be flying.
Well, hopefully it all comes out rose. We'll get 3 points. We'll get to safety and we'll catch up at full time, Adam.
See you then.
So we are about to get underway for the second half, and this is by no means over whatsoever. We saw Leyton Orient's control of the game after they got the red card and they got the ball in and played it. They are a good team, and Gills will still do well to get out of this with some points. So let's see how this one unfolds as we go to the second half. As Alexander is already going down to the right-hand side, crossing the back post. Can Gills get an early goal? So decent save on the line by Vigaroo. Fantastic work by the goalkeeper, as it's a really deep cross again, and it looks like it's going to go out for a throw. No, it's going to be Jeffries going to keep the ball and keep the ball alive. I think it was Nichols with the header. Yeah, but also quickly, I genuinely missed that. But it was a decent save by Vigor as Gills still keep up the attack, but looks like it's going to go and fizzle out into nothing as Marston has the ball at the back. But what an energetic start that is, and Gills nearly doubling their lead right at the start of the second half. So James has got a free kick for Orient in a very dangerous position. If there's going to be 2 free kicks scored in this game at least, it's a definite possibility. It's a fantastic position for Orient. As they take the shot, James is blocked by the wall and cleared away by Gillingham. And Orient is still going to keep the pressure up by trying to recycle this ball to the right-hand side. It's picked up and they're going to go back to the possession play, which they're going to continue. I have to say, it's the 67th minute, and actually most of the game has been pretty much Gillingham in possession. Only now with Leyton Orient started to get into the game and create some opportunities with their 10 men, as Moncourt's coming forward for Orient, and then Alexander's going to pick it up and try and create an attack himself. But this has been pretty much the game as Gillingham now try and break on the counter-attack. We'll keep this highlight going because something could come of it. If Jeffries is now moving forward, he's going to take on turns. No, he's not. He's going to try and give it to Alexander, who's got Brown in his facility, who's looking to get the ball into the box. And again, Gillingham have just kind of died that momentum going to the right-hand side, and we'll end the highlight there. If there was only a snapshot of what this game has been like, that's pretty much it for this half in particular. So Gills got a free kick in a very dangerous position. It's going to be McDonald again. If he can work his magic and score 2 free kicks in one game, that'll be quite the feat. As he takes a shot, and it bounces just wide. Claims for handball, and the referee has given a penalty. It looks like there was edge of the wall handball. We'll have to watch the replay of that one to see exactly how that panned out, because that went a million miles an hour. McDonald really rifled it. Who's at the edge of the box? As El Mazzuni handles that? Oh, it looks like it hits his head to me. I mean, it's really hard to see with the frame rate of this computer, I have to say, but the referee had a clear view of that. There seems to be not much complaining. Maybe Monco's a bit unhappy of that, but Gills have got a penalty and an opportunity to double their advantage. I have to say, if Gills score this, they win the game. If Gills don't score this, I feel of a feeling later and get back into this game. So let's see if Chad Alexander could put it at the back of the net, and he does! And Gills have doubled their advantage, and it looks like Gills are going to walk away from this game with 3 points. I hope I'm not saying that too early, but it's a very cool and calm, collected penalty by Alexander, who I haven't seen really take a penalty in the past. He's got a great goal earlier on this half of the season, but he's put another one in the bottom left-hand corner, cool as a cucumber. And Gills, I can't believe it, are 2-0 up against the league leaders, albeit they are down to 10 men. But who would have thought of that, this point of the game, that Gills are 2 to the good with a clean sheet. Great penalty, but I have to say, if Vigouroux dives the other way, that's a really easy save. Luckily for Alexander, he might have seen Vigouroux going the other way, put it in the bottom left-hand corner, and Gills double their advantage against league leaders. 2-0 Gills. Alexander's now coming. Oh, and, well, this is going to go in the highlight reel. There seems to have been a power out at Priestfield, and everyone's got their phones out. They're trying to illuminate the pitch. Well, I have never in my life seen a power cut at Priestfield Stadium at all. What a fantastic sight that is. I've lost all commentary. But I've still got the feed here, so there must be some electricity somewhere. But it is pitch black at Priestfield, and well, what more could I say? I have not seen that in my 32 years on this planet as the camera pans in to the lights of the phones of the Raynham end. What a fantastic sight. We'll come back when the floodlights come on, hopefully. So I just wanted to say we're back just seeing the progress of the floodlights. At the moment, the Gills fans are cheering every single one of them that's popping on. But from what I understand, it looks like there was a power cut throughout Medway. And as a result, Gillingham obviously is connected to the grid at Medway, and the lights went out. So it looks like the lights are going to come back on. But yeah, we'll as all of them come on one by one, as it looks like, we'll get back to the action, hopefully. But what a ridiculous evening this is. And we're about to just restart the play, but as we do that, the referee's bringing the ball up. There was also a really big cheer from the Leyton Orient fans because the Bradford game is over. They've lost to Swindon Town, and that means that Leyton Orient have been promoted to League One, which they haven't been in that division since 2015. So congratulations to Leyton Orient supporters. As you can see, they are celebrating on the pitch, even though they've got 10 minutes left. Well, fair enough. They've deserved it this season. They've been fantastic, fantastic team, and they've only lost 5 so far this season. They're unbeaten in 13, maybe not after today, but congratulations to Leyton Orient and to all the Leyton Orient fans. Really well done, and you absolutely tore and bossed this division apart, and all the best of luck for you in League One next season. Hopefully we'll join you there the season after, but congratulations to Leyton Orient. And for what it's worth, it also means that Gillingham are also safe. I think Hartlepool have lost, and I think Crawley have drawn with Colchester. Ultimately means that we're going to see this one through and be safe, ready for our campaign in League Two next season. Right, let's get this game underway. And we are now underway from the floodlight failure. We've got 10 minutes remaining. Well, I said that we were underway. For the last 2 minutes, no one's playing football. It feels a little bit like when Germany played Austria in 1982, when it was a World Cup final group stage, and bringing the game ultimately into disrepute. And even though this is happening here, both teams know the outcome of their fate from this season. It feels like no one really wants to play. What are my feelings about that? Not quite sure, if I'm totally honest, but it's a very, very unusual circumstance at the moment, and I have a very funny feeling it's going to be like this for the rest of the game. So I think I'll end up talking to you when eventually the full-time whistle goes. But yeah, this is where we're at. And that is full time after the most bizarre ending of a game that I've ever seen in my life. But it does mean that Gillingham are safe. They win the game on the night. However, it also means that Leyton Orient are promoted to League One. What a very unusual end to a game that is. And I think the most important thing here is the ultimate end of season where Orient are up. Congratulations to you. Gillingham are now safe to compete in League Two next season. And with that, we're going to go over to Adam Wesgate for his final thoughts on today's very entertaining and bizarre fixture.
Well, that was an incredibly bizarre second half, and not one we'll forget quickly. I could do a 10-minute podcast just on that last 20-30 minutes. So what a weird thing. Anyway, I guess I'm going to report on the 79 minutes first and just say we bossed the game. Yes, they had 10 men, but you take your chances when you get it. Did a very professional job, got the second goal deservedly, and we were cruising to a 2-0 win at that point. They were going to 2 defenders, it looked like, and just going to go gung-ho, because who cares if you lose 3 or 4-0. But I think we'd have held on. Then obviously the power outage happened. Then they got promoted. I mean, we were all sitting there, the people around me feeling sick, going, this is going to be abandoned, isn't it? Once we thought it wouldn't, it all got entertaining, very, very entertaining. And then it was the dull rest of match. And I've never seen a referee call a game without stoppage time. And that very much was one of those, who cares, never seen that. So good result. Very weird experience, one I'll never forget, and nobody else in the stadium will. And we march on to next season, one more home game. Thank you very much for that, Reese. This has been your paranormal report from Adam Wesgate.